All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Starfire Stadium for the National Club Championship Sevens. In the booth here, Colin Hawley, accompanied by the legendary Tony Ridnell, the man behind the program here at Starfire. Thanks for joining us. And we've got Mystic River against the Life West Gladiators. Mystic River playing Chicago Lions earlier. Great matchup between those two sides, but Life West Gladiators down 17-0 to the Denver Barbarians earlier today with 26 unanswered points in the second half to get that victory. Two solid teams here. Life West looking incredibly dangerous. Once they get the ball in hand, they get set into their pattern.
Colin, Life West has a local favorite here, Devereaux Ferris, who's scrum half for the Seawolves. Great to see him out here representing the Seawolves, even though he's coming down from California with Life West.
Ferris, one of the best scrum halves here in the national game. Played his club rugby here with Life West and made his mark on the MLR this season. Waiting, let me get this underway. And Mystic River to kick off. Ball's up. This one doesn't look like it's gonna go 10, and we're gonna come back for a penalty for Life West in the hands of Ferris here at midfield, and that's a gift for Life West to start this match. Tony, talk a little bit about the kickoff and how important it is to make sure
it's vital. It's vital. You know, games are won and lost by the kickoffs. If anyone remembers the U.S.'s last game in the 2016 Olympics, we missed a kickoff. It went short. They got the ball. Argentina got the ball and scored. Possession is vital. Accurate kickoffs, vital. The ability to win the restart, vital.
And just like that, against a Life West team like this, you're going to make sure you want to get those kicks up in the air contested. And the hands of Stan Phil supports there. Steep line set up the left-hand side. A little bit of a drift ball there, but swooped up by Peyton.
Denver doing a very good job keeping the field spread. They've got players sideline to sideline, and you can see it opens up the field as they make the half break and score under the posts. Well done, Denver.
And two of the Life West Gladiators there on the outside corner. That was Devereaux Ferris, the man who plays with the Seawolves, stretching the outside corner and getting the ball free in his hands and getting the offload into Tim Stanfield's hands. And that guy is just electric on the wing. We've been watching him for years.
We've been watching Tim Stanfield for years. He's a Seattle legend, played for the Seattle Rugby Club, and I think he's represented the WAC in this tournament. Outstanding player, last played professionally with the San Diego Legion of the MLR.
Fun watching Stanfield chalk it up there, usually on the corners, and Ferris knocks it through the sticks, and the Gladiators are up 7 points to 0, and it all started off that kick that it could go 10 meters.
That's exactly right, Colin. It's just it's literally a 14-point turnaround sometimes when you lose easy possession. A kickoff restart should never be short.
And here we go, Ferris with his own. This is going to go 10
right there
on the outside. Diamore chasing it down and push it into touch. Mystic River, and it's a turnover and well bottled up. That is how you chase down a kick, and that's how you defend it.
Absolutely, and then again, possession so important in only a 14-minute game. Mystic, by allowing themselves to be tackled out of bounds, literally giving Life West another chance to score with an attacking lineout.
Ferris with the ball, the throw-in. Out the back, and it nails his jumper. Steep line set up. Out to Stanfield, a nice fend. He's still on his feet. Decides to go ahead and reverse play. Ferris, dummies back, going short side. The dummy ball back inside. And we're bringing it back. A
Player was down there, Colin, and the referee blew it up just for safety purposes. Very smart decision by the referee there.
And he's slowly getting up. Looks like he's holding his shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like he may be in the beer garden for the rest of the day, Colin.
Yeah. Shoulder's a common injury here on the rugby pitch. I'm sure Tony's had a few separated shoulders in his time.
Just a couple.
Hopefully he's all right. And here we go, back in play. The Gladiators looking to stretch the ball. The dummy back inside. Ball coming out to Ferris. Ferris to the outside. In the hands of Glover. Ball's out to Ferris, and again, he's looking to go ahead and switch back. Nice bend. The ball out the back, a little and one rugby there. Step, show, and go. Players on the outside, the nice spin move back inside. Does he have support? 3 on 2 on the outside if they move it. Decide to keep it in the middle of the pitch. Ruck's there. Space to the outside. Nice cut back. Payton goes ahead, trucks it over. Can he get it down? And Mystic River holds it up, looks like.
Wow, what a fascinating sequence of play, Colin. Life West doing a great job, staying patient, just working the half break, working the offloads, staying patient. Get to move the ball over the try line, and Mystic River does a great job keeping him up, not allowing him to place the ball down for 5 points. So it's a scrum to the attacking team, 5 meters out. Of course, the ball needs to be put down in the try line to score, and more with the changing of the laws, we're seeing tries held up when the offensive player not able to put the ball down, physically touch it down to the turf or grass.
The difference of football and rugby, you actually got to dot that thing down. Errant pass by Ferris. Gladiators are moving back, and pressure's on from Mystic River. Good pickup there by McCarthy. Supports back for the Gladiators. Lopetti, get a step in. Lopetti's still going. Strong
This is a
runner,
beautiful
chucks
piece.
down his opposite, and just the physicality of Lopetti.
That is
gets
a
him
beautiful
over the
piece.
line.
Beautiful piece of a player just saying, I'm going to take it in and doing whatever it takes to get it over the line. Great job by the Life West player.
For as much pattern and structure that there is in the sevens game, at the end of the day, it's the athleticism and physicality of the athletes. Sometimes you put your head down, just like Lopetti did, and just best your opposite, chucking the defender under the ground and getting over the line. Just a strong physical run there from this Life West Gladiator team that we saw in the second half with 21 unanswered points against the Denver Barbarians. We take another look at this on the side, and we see Lopetti. He was the first receiver, steps 2 players right off the bat, fend on the inside, and here's the chuck down, still on his feet. And that's yards after contact for Lopetti.
That's a beautiful, angry try, Colin. What an attitude.
Run
Brilliant.
aggressive in rugby. That's
Brilliant.
the lesson there, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Mystic River looking to get something going on attack here from an onslaught of Gladiator attacks. Holding on to the ball, turnover, quick tap by Ferris. He's right in front of the sticks. Dummies back inside, and he'll dot over for another Gladiator try. Ferris with the heads-up play after the holding on penalty. And Life West continues to dominate this match.
Devereaux must really be enjoying playing in front of his hometown Seawolf fans and representing his alma mater.
Ferris looking to convert his own try here. Well struck and a bit on the outside, and that's going to be the half.
Life West with the lion's share of the possession and certainly maybe 100% of the territory in that first 7 minutes, dominated thoroughly by the Gladiators.
Thanks for joining us. Life West up 17-0. Mystic River has got to figure out how they're going to win some kickoffs and get back on the attacking front foot, get some points on the board. Life West Gladiators looking very strong here on their quest for the championship at the National Club Sevens Championship. Thanks for joining us here.
It's great to see how the community has thrived around this tournament, Colin. You know, we've all been packed away in our homes on lockdown for a year and a half, and as far as I can tell, this is the biggest event to happen in a couple of years. And with 43 teams here, it's just been fantastic. You can just see the hunger in the players and the coaches. Everyone's just loving being here, competing again at the national level.
How important has it been having a Major League Rugby franchise in the Seattle Seawolves, engaging the community, growing the game, and then bringing this club National Sevens tournament? Just seems like a rugby mecca.
That's a great question, Colin, and that's exactly what we've tried to do here. As the organizing committee, we've worked with the Seawolves. We have a partnership arrangement with the Seawolves. We've actually used their ticketing platform, which has been fantastic, the AXS system. So we did a little bit of swap of value in kind with the Seawolves, but the key really is the fan base that's grown here from the Seawolves, and now is moving into other areas of rugby. So we filled the stadium here for the Seawolves games, but many of the fans that are here today have never seen a sevens match, and based on social media and the marketing that we've done for the tournament, we're getting a number of Seawolves fans out here for their first sevens event. Some of the people I've talked to just think it's absolutely the best thing. And if you want to have a nice time out at a rugby event, and spend a few hours, music, the beer, the food, the social, the rugby, the action on the field, the action off the field. There's nothing quite like a sevens tournament, and that's what we've tried to do here, Colin, is just recreate a world-class sevens tournament.
It seems like Seattle has created the secret to success and growing rugby here in America. As we get this underway, second half action, Life West Gladiators leading Mystic River 17 points to 0, and we're off to the races on the edge.
Life West again with the possession attacking. Level of physicality has seemed to raise the level here, Colin, in this
Absolutely.
match.
Life West Gladiators being a bit of the bullies here as a long skip pass out to Stanfill, stepping on the inside of his opposite, ducking under another. Support's there, but it looks like it might have been a high tackle. Stanfield goes quickly.
That's a great effort by Tim.
And just like that, with only a minute gone here in the second half, Tim Stanfield dots it over again for the Life With Gladiators from just a physical display of offensive attack work.
Life West moving the ball very nicely here throughout this whole match. They've literally had all the territory.
So it starts with the kickoff and Life West doing that good work, but again, we can't stress enough the pattern of play for sevens. You got to hit those corners and you got to stretch the fence. But taking a look at it here, Stanfield going ahead, quick tap of the ball after the high tackle. And that's just a veteran play there, understanding, pushing the tempo. Defense isn't back 10 yet, and you have the advantage if the try line is that close to you. And here we go, the kickoff. Naima gets the ball going downfield. Mystic River has the ball. Can they get something going on attack here?
Oh, spilled it forward, Colin.
That was a big shot coming in from Lopetti in the midfield. Mystic River electing go ahead and attack the midfield of this Gladiator squad when their defensive structure is set. You get a guy like Lopetti, who St. Mary's center, threatening for a national championship. You're going to be hard pressed to go ahead and break that line for a guy who's that physical. Oh, and then a pickoff off the set piece. Mystic River with the first sign of offensive life here, and away they go. Almost to midfield. Ball popped off the deck. 3 players on the outside if they can spread it wide.
That was a brilliant interception of the halfback's pass. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. Kind of stripped it right out of his hands as he was passing the ball.
A bit of a savvy move there from Mystic River's 9. And a little signs of life from Mystic River. Offsides is the call, going quick. trying to get that offload, one-handed offload from the half tackle, the knock on, and back in the hands of the Gladiators after the first flurry from Mystic River on attack, and they didn't look too bad, Tony.
They sure did, and this is really the first time they've been deep in Life West's defensive zone. It'd be nice to see him put up 5 points to finish it off.
So now on the opposite side of the coin, you just knock the ball over, knock the ball on, turnover ball to the Gladiators. These guys are running hard at you. The secret here, they just got to make their tackles.
They've got to make their tackles. That's exactly right, Colin. The last try was pretty soft, really. You know, the Mystic players should have been more aggressive defensively.
And that's better from Mystic River. It might have been a high tackle there, and it was. Got to bring those pads down when you're making those tackles. Below the shoulders, ladies and gentlemen, keeping this game clean.
The referee, I was at the referees meeting last night, and they're going to be very, very stringent on the high tackle. There will be red cards, and if you're red carded, you're out for the remainder of the weekend.
A lot to risk to go illegal with those high tackles. Throwing the ball in. Inoki gets us underway here. Out to the back. Lepetti.
Lepetti is some player.
Out to the outside. Lepetti, does he have the gas to go ahead and beat the sweeper? The step on the inside. Nice tackle by the Mystic River sweeper. Lepetti brings him down outside the 22. Gladiators on their feet, numbers to the right. If they just choose to move it, it's definitely a try.
That's nice ball work by Life West. Colin, I'm not familiar with Lepetti. He plays at St. Mary's?
Lepetti was a St. Mary's player. Pretty sure he graduated, but he is one of the
Is he
top
USA
centers.
eligible?
I think he is. He's absolutely impressing here in this seventh tournament so far. One of the standouts that I've seen.
One of the things I believe everyone's hoping from this tournament is we're going to see some new faces that could compete at an international level. We've got a number of our Olympians have played in this tournament previously, and with the Olympics just ending a couple of weeks ago, a whole new quadrennial cycle, coaches are going to be looking for new players, and this is a target-rich environment right here.
Let's take a look at the quick tap penalty out to the outside. The great run by Lepetti set it up. For that was Diamore, who is actually hoping I'll get a photo with Broccoli Man at the stadium in his player anecdotes here.
Have we seen the Broccoli Man?
I don't think we've seen him so far.
He's gained quite a bit of notoriety since his first game. He's been at the Mariners and the Bellingham baseball team, and I think he did the MLR final. Dancing with vegetables.
And Mystic River getting the chip through and support on the inside, and they're going to get their first try of this match from a lovely piece of play.
That's a nice consolation for Mystic River. Nice support by the big number 5. And a drop kick by the big man.
Number 5 getting the ball down. Excuse us, folks. Working on getting names to these numbers, but Mystic River doing a great job there. Understanding there wasn't a 7 back and putting it on the foot. Taking another look at it here. Well weighted. The ball gets up in the air and 2 chasers on the outside. Look at this thing just sit
Really
up.
well weighted kick. Absolutely.
Nice
and
defense.
great support here by Mystic River. That's the key. Support your man. Look for the open pass. Make the break.
Support scores tries in rugby. Mystic River gets us off again here. We're in extra time, so this is just to finish out on a good foot for Mystic River. And there's the knock on, and that's the matchup. A significant dominating victory by Life West Gladiators over Mystic River. And you got to think Life West is looking like one of the stronger teams in this tournament.
Absolutely. They look like they've come to play. They're very focused. They a little bit of a slow start, but really rocked it in their first game. And they beat Mystic River very handily here, Colin.
Impressive victory, tries scored all around. You got to think on the backs of Devereaux Ferris, Tim Stanfill, and impressive runs by Lepetti from the midfield. This is a team that's looking like they've got their eyes on the championship and very well may be this year's champion. Thanks for joining us on the Rugby Network. We'll be right back with more action.